Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our lecturers, Dr. Tahira and Dr. Afiq, and also to my fellow friends. We are from K2 Group 7, and today we would like to present a poster with the theme of the story of the Earth crust, and this poster is about ZHEMCHUG Canyon. Before we dive into it, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Nokroto Ain binti Shahrizad.
My name is Diana Patricia binti Amiruddin.
My name is Siti Afrina binti Faizal.
My name is Muhammad Syarif Daniel bin Abdul Halid.
My name is Syamil Farhan bin Saimi.
Before we dive deeper into ZHEMCHUG Canyon, first, what is canyon? Okay, canyons are created within the earth terrain by rivers, creating deep cuts, bound with cliffs and carved by erosion. Canyons in the earth crust are deep, narrow valleys that elicit superlative and a sense of wonder. Rock layers detail regional geology tales, such as the Table of Continents for a science text. The landform typically break up parched land where the main force sculpting the land is rivers. They are also present on ocean floors where submarine grooves are digged by the currents. Okay, there are three types of canyon. The other canyons begin with where a spring spark from a cliff's base. Second, there are slot canyons where there are small corridors cut by intermittent bursts of rushing water through eroding plateaus. And ZHEMCHUG Canyon is categorized as the submarine canyon, where it is a type of submarine canyon which is similar in type and shape to those on land, but are cut by currents to the floor of the ocean, and it is located in the middle of the Bering Sea.
Next, it is the world's largest underwater canyon, and it is much deeper than the Grand Canyon, which is 8,530 feet or 2,600 meters. It is really large that it can only be seen from the space through a satellite, as you can see in the poster. And it is located at the continental slope, which is diversely called as a continental shelf.
Moving on to the origin of the ZHEMCHUG Canyon, as stated before, ZHEMCHUG Canyon is a type of submarine canyon, and most parts of it was created by submarine erosion. There are two types of submarine erosion. One, erosion by turbidity current, and slumping and mass wasting of the continental slope. In this case, the ZHEMCHUG Canyon is eroded by turbidity current. Turbidity currents are flows of dense sediment-laden waters that are supplied by rivers or generated on seabed by storms, submarine landslides, earthquakes, and other soil disturbances. The Kuskokwim and Yukon rivers may have contributed most of the sediment required for the cutting of ZHEMCHUG Canyon. It is formed when turbidity current travels downslope at great speeds of almost 70 km per hour. Thus eroding the continental slope. The ZHEMCHUG Canyon is believed to be excavated mainly during the Pleistocene era. Pleistocene is a period that began about 2.6 million years ago and lasted until about 11,700 years ago. Most of the exceptionally large submarine canyons, such as Pribilof canyons, Bering canyons, incised the Bering continental margin were formed at this time.
So I can talk about the structure of the ZHEMCHUG Canyon. The length of these canyons are 400 km long. This creature also has the structure like river with a river which across the wall, and it is resembled to the canyon which existed on the land. We know that more canyon existed on the land, and the famous canyon in the world, of course, the Grand Canyon, which is located in the Grand Canyon National Park, Arizona, United States of America. And so don't feel weird if the ocean also have the canyon, but it's called the submarine canyon. For the other information, is the ZHEMCHUG Canyon also rich with the oxygen and the nutrients due to the upwelling, which to promote the high productivity to the variety of life, like phytoplankton and fish. This submarine canyon also is the important habitat for the species like endangered short-tailed albatross, which find their food at the surface water at the ZHEMCHUG Canyon. And lastly is this canyon carrying the sediment down to the ocean floor.
Okay, lastly, what are the types of wildlife marine that lives there? There are many creatures that live there, but mostly they are tangerine colored that range from pale gold to brick red. So for me, they look aesthetic and cute because of the color. Example of the creatures that live there are stingray, small fishes, hexatinellic sponges, brittle stars, opilio crab, bardy crab, and many species of corals like bubblegum coral, bamboo coral, feathery black coral, tiny calyx-shaped stony coral, stolonifera, and red tree coral. Many fishes and invertebrates are positively associated with the deep water corals. For example, snailfish seem to go with the black corals. Other than that, worms, brittle stars, and other tiny invertebrates live on the corals where their colors are the same. So that's all from our group. Thank you.